Hello there, Charlie Stevens here. Welcome back to another lesson. In this part of the series, we're learning how to read music on the guitar. If you've followed me for the last 3 videos, we learned the first string, the second string, and then the third string. Now it's time to learn the fourth string. Use the fourth, Luke. So if you like Star Wars, you'll love the fourth string. So the fourth string is called D. If we're in tune, in standard tuning, the fourth string should be tuned to the note D, okay? So we need to figure out where that is in our music. So let's go back to what we know about the lines and spaces. Let's see, the spaces are F, A, C, E. None of those are a D. Okay, what about the lines? E, G, B, D, F. Okay, so we do have a D there, but wait, didn't we learn about that D? Wasn't that here on the third fret of the B string? Of our second string, the B string? It was, right? So that's not where the open D is. It's actually right under that E line. So we have E. This one isn't included in our every good boy does fine thing. We just have to use the alphabet and work backwards to realize that if E starts it off, right under that is going to be the note D. So that's actually where this one is. Right there on our open string. So when you see that right under the first line there, that's D. Now, the next note we need, is it on the first fret? Do we have a sharp after D? We do have a sharp after D. And since right now we're only going to concern ourselves with the natural note names, we're going to skip over that one. And we'll find E here on the second fret. So now we're actually on that bottom line of the treble clef. Okay, and we'll use our second finger to play that one. Okay, now, does E have a sharp after it? If you said no, you're correct, because E does not have a sharp after it, right? We learned that on our first string, went right to F. Just like here, if we're on E, we only need to go one fret to find F. It's going to be right there on the third fret, and I like to use my third finger to play the third fret when I'm in open position, okay? So that's it. Those are all three of them. We have D on the open string, E on the second fret, which is our first line, and then F on the third fret, which is our first space, right? F, A, C, E. That's the F that starts that phrase, okay? Great, well now we're going to jump in and we're going to look at some exercises that use these notes. So first we're just going to play all three of them up the string and back down the string in different rhythms, just like we've been doing with the other strings that we've learned about in this series. So we're going to start with whole notes. Okay, here we go. Example number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty cool, huh? That actually implies the sound of D minor, which is, of course, the saddest of all keys. Okay, now we're going to do example 2. Same as example 1, only instead of whole notes, we're going to use half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of reminds me of a Pink Floyd song. I think it's called Empty Spaces, perhaps, from The Wall. Kind of got a similar thing. That whole Wall album really lays on that D minor. So, very cool stuff we're exploring. Okay, now we're going to do the same exercise with quarter notes. Here that comes. Example number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was example number 3. In example number 4, we're just going to play the D note, and we're going to do that with all of our different rhythms. First whole notes, then half notes, then quarter notes. Okay, here we go. Example number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was example number 4. Okay, for example number 5, we're going to do the same thing, but now on the E note. So we'll start with whole notes, then half notes, then a measure of quarter notes, all while squeezing down the 2nd fret of our 4th string for the note E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great job. Example number 6 is the same, but now using our 3rd finger to hold the 3rd fret to play the note F with all these same rhythms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. All right, well, you're following along just fine at home there. Thank you for joining me. Now we're going to do example number 7. So the same 3 notes we've learned on our 4th string, D, E, and F. But now I'm going to change around the order a little bit and kind of move through those notes at different times. And we're also going to use different rhythms as well. Any of the 3 rhythms we've been using. Whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was all the notes on the D string out of order. Now we're going to play all 4 strings. So now any of the 4 strings we've learned so far on the natural notes in open position are going to be fair game. All right, example number 8, mixing and matching from all of the 3 different rhythms we've talked about and from all the notes we've learned on these 4 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great job. That was example number 8. Now we've learned all 4 strings, and there's only 2 left. So please join me in the next video where we'll learn about the 5th string. Thanks for watching.